Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and we're back with another flea market tool haul. So let's jump into it. This one's gonna be pretty insane. We're gonna start off with my first purchase of the day. Went out there, started looking, first table I went to, boom, I find this huge 60 millimeter wrench. It's a 12-point combination wrench made in Germany. The brand, I'm not sure how to pronounce, Dowidat. It's the number 11. Backside's a little bit crusty, but overall not bad. German made. Big wrench. Next up, we got the 24-inch Crescent. This is a USA made adjustable wrench. I've been looking for a long time to get my hands on a 24-inch adjustable wrench. Condition is pretty good. We do have a owner's mark on the back. Looks like a V was ground in there. So I'm gonna assume some big man named Vinny used to own this. But it's pretty cool. It's the Jamestown, New York model by Crescent Tool Co. Happy to own it. Definitely got it for a steal. We'll go over all the prices at the end, just so you know. Next up, I picked up 3 Bonney wrenches. 2 of them are engineer's wrench, and one is a double open. Nice old school, antique, vintage Bonney stuff. Next up is one of these T-handle socket wrenches. This one is actually made by Blackhawk. So we got the Blackhawk logo there. You guys might be able to read the part number. Made in USA. Pretty cool. Definitely unique. I got 7 Billings wrenches, also similar to the Bonney, you know, antique old steel. The nice S-curve model and a bunch of double open. Condition is okay, a little bit of rust, but most of that should clean off just fine. On the bottom row, we've got 4 Williams wrenches. So I hit big on the antique wrenches this week, and I love these things. They're pretty awesome. Got a double open, another double open. We have a box end lathe wrench. On the bottom we have a spanner wrench. So that one's probably in the best condition, I think. I was pretty happy to find that. Next up we have another T-handle socket wrench. This one is made by Walden Worcester. The logo is right here, but it's very faint and hard to read. Next up is an antique wrench made by the Girard Wrench Co. out of Girard, Pennsylvania. Probably a 6.5 inch old monkey wrench. Thought that was pretty cool. It's in pretty good shape for its age. You know, a lot of times I find these are just way too far gone. Next up we got 2 more double open wrenches. We have the Barkalow Buffalo, and the one on the bottom I couldn't find a name on, but I picked it up because the S-curves just have a really cool look to them. We'll take it back up top. I scored 5 new old stock Proto 1/2-inch drive ratchets. They're all brand new. They actually came right out of a box, right from the seller. They're the 5449 Proto USA Professional. They're all pretty much in mint condition, so I made a deal with him to get all 5. I just like finding new old stock tools, and I couldn't leave them behind. Next up we have a snap-on pick, nice little curved hook pick, and a little Stanley 100 Plus pocket flat blade. Got some adjustable wrenches, more of them. Next up we have the Bonney, the ZBW10, nice little 10-inch adjustable wrench, pretty good shape. Next up is a Craftsman 8-inch, nice vintage one. It's an old Western Forge model, 44603. And on the bottom we have an 8-inch. This is a Penance Corp USA. And right below that we got the Little Wizard 1/4 inch breaker bar. Thought that was pretty sweet. I haven't seen this one before. USA made, of course. Got 2 Craftsman line wrenches. I tend to find these pretty frequently. Both USA made. Next up I got a Williams. It's an 11/32 combination wrench. And then the next thing is the Steelman 11.5 inch-pounds little torque screwdriver. So it's got a torque bit in there. It's got a preset torque on it. Found it in a dollar bin. Just thought it was kind of interesting. If anybody knows what that was used for, leave it down in the comments. We got some sockets. Most of them are big. We'll start off over here with the big one, the Plomb 5568. It's a 2 1/8 inch 3/4 drive socket, 12 point. Can't complain with that. That's a nice one there. Next one is a Proto 1 1/2 inch. It's the Proto Los Angeles 3/4 drive deep 12 point. Then we have the Wright 1 5/8 12 point 3/4 drive socket. Then we got the Wright 6475 3/4 drive universal joint. We'll swing back down to the bottom with the 3/4 sockets. Another Proto Los Angeles socket. This one is 1 1/8 inch 12 point. Then we have a Proto 1/2 inch drive 28 millimeter socket 12 point. Then we have a snap-on 3/4 drive 1 inch socket. Then we got a Mac 7/8 impact socket. Then we have a Cornwell little socket here. This one is 18 millimeter. I got two Craftsman sockets. This one here is 1/2 inch drive 20 millimeter, which is a harder one to get. Deep 12 point. And then this one is for a socket set I'm putting together. It's just a 1/2 inch drive 6 point deep. Then I got 5 8-point sockets. These are all Proto. I think they're new old stock. We have 2 impact. These are both 3/4 8 points. And then I got 3 of the same 5/8 8 point. All Proto Professional. Let's take a look at the pliers we brought home this time. On the left we have the PS&W, kind of like a fencing pliers or some kind of multi-plier. You got the jaws at the top, but you also have the cutters in the sides. Definitely a specialty plier. Got a Proto. This is a hose clamp plier, made in USA. Next one is a airplane tool. Don't know a lot about this, but I thought it was really interesting. So this is made by Aeroloy. It's the number 6 pliers. There's a patent on the back, and I have no idea what these are for, but there's definitely a special use for them. I thought they were cool, got them for $1. Next up is the New York Toy. Never heard of this before. I want to say it's USA made. It looks vintage, but I have no idea. Never heard of that brand. Just thought it was really interesting. Next one on the table is an old pair of Sears pliers. These are the Sears 3074 BF Japan. I only pick up the Sears pliers usually if they're Japan. And then next up is an Isco BF Japan pliers. It's the first time finding an Isco for me. And then the last one is another new one to me. Very interesting. You got these flat jaws in here. They are Bernard's pliers. And they're marked W. Scholler on the back. New Haven, Connecticut. Pretty interesting. Thought they were cool. Last on this side of the table is the Swanson 12-inch Speed Light Square, made in USA. I like these plastic speed squares, especially the larger ones. I use them all the time. I like to just have a bunch of them around. And then, when I was finishing up at the flea market, I stopped at a guy, saw this toolbox sitting there. I opened it up, saw some pliers inside, and I said, "How much?" He said $5, and I thought he meant per pliers. But he was actually saying $5 for the box and all the tools inside. So I said, "Yeah, I'll take that. Sounds like a great deal." So then he dragged this box out, and this one was $10 with all the contents. So we're going to open them up, take a look inside, and see what's in the mystery boxes. I got to say, I haven't really even gotten the time to take a look inside, so this is kind of a surprise for all of us. This one here is the Dormeyer Power Tools box. Nice, good, seems to be heavy duty metal box. And inside, we've got a decent amount of pliers. So we'll take a look. This one definitely seen better days. Got some bends down here. Still could be used. I can't find any brands on it. We have the True Cut USA little vice grip. USA made, flat jaws. This is a Rugel. Can barely read it. Rugel pliers, slip joint pliers. Probably about a 6.5 inch. Next one here, forged in USA. No branding on it, just forged in USA slip joints. Got a little cutting plier, made in Germany. Cutting and kind of like lineman's pliers. Next up, we got these flat needle nose, also made in Germany. Pexto, made in USA, 240-8 lineman's pliers. This one's a little bit beat up. This one, just another pair of slip joint, marked USA. Another pair of slip joint pliers. There's a little logo here, maybe HW, and that's all it says. More slip joint pliers, forged steel, no maker's mark, no country of origin. Here's kind of like an interesting looking slip joint. It's definitely a lot of slip joints in this lot. This one has the screwdriver bit on the end and kind of a curved and flat jaw. Looks like it's got a little wire cutter in the middle. More slip joint pliers, drop forged, no marks. Cutting pliers, made in Japan. Another pair of cutting pliers, pretty gnarly on this one. Those blades are horrible. No markings. Cheaper cutting pliers. Dunlap approved tools. Maybe it's Dunlap or Dunlap approved slip joints. Got a little rigid pipe wrench with the offset. I just need the nut to turn it, but I can probably find that part from another pair that doesn't look as nice. Otherwise, it would be a good tool. And last in the case is the Duro Metal Products Co. USA. Like a slip joint type of water pump pliers. Definitely seen some heavy use. This nut is like all banged up and probably been redone a couple times. It's cracked over here. Looks like it has flat jaws, or the jaws probably completely worn off. But for $5, I think that was one heck of a deal. So let me get these packed back in here and then we'll take a look at the other box. All right, the next box is a Simonsen Chicago Streamline Quality. Cool looking box, and it definitely is heavy duty. Seems to be very well made. I do kind of like that logo. I think that's nice and vintage and sweet. So inside we got a top tray. Inside there, got a pack of Nicholson files, the home file pack by the Cooper Group. Not bad, looks like they're in good shape. Got an adjustable clamp, nice deep throat on that one. Made in USA, 1434. I don't find the deep throats as often as I find the regulars. Fuller pipe wrench. It's open all the way, 14 inch. Seems to be nice and functional. BF Spain. That's pretty cool. Craftsman Evolve, 1/2 inch combination wrench. Some kind of magnifier. Glass is cracked. Japan. Pair of lineman's pliers, little pair. I don't see any maker's marks on this one. Drop forged Taiwan needle nose. Craftsman USA Western Forge. This one's just got a little bit of rust, but really not bad. This one is definitely interesting. Utica 3-diamond logo, made in USA, with orange grips. And then there's this piece hanging out of here. You guys let me know if you've ever seen orange grips on the Utica pliers before and if you know what's going on here. But I haven't seen these grips or that before. So could be shop done, or I'm not sure. Got a crowbar in here. Unbranded as far as I can tell, but it's, you know, got rust and grime. Another pair of Utica pliers, the 7-8 slip joints. Screwdriver. Thought maybe it was a Craftsman, but I don't see any writing on here, so this could be one of those cheap knockoffs. Husky 7/16, you know, just cheap old plumb bob. Miller's Falls. It's pretty cool. Greenfield, Mass. Made in USA. Got that nice tray there. Pretty heavy duty on that too. I got 3 of these, the old brace drills. So let me put them down, take a quick look and see if we can find any maker's marks or anything. They're pretty rough. This wood is all slopped up, very rusty. I don't see anything so far. I'm not an expert on these. This is not really my specialty. It just came in the box. This one's got some writing. We got Bell System up here. We've got a Yankee logo up here. Number 2101-10. So I don't know if it's going to be the North Brothers. I think it's a North Brothers before it went to Stanley. That's pretty cool. And the last one might also be, this one is a Stanley. So this is the Stanley Yankee. Got a pair of Craftsman professional robo grips. Rigid 14-inch pipe wrench. 2 cheap punches. Got a Yankee North Brothers. Top opened up. We got no bits in there. Pretty rough condition. It kind of works. 1 bit. And a nice brass. It's probably a Burns-O-Matic. Nope. It's Worthington Industries, Chilton, Wisconsin. But nice brass propane torch tip. Globemaster 8-inch adjustable. And then this little clamp vise, little jig. And that's it. That is the haul. So, the money. I spent $292 at the flea market this week, and I made a dumb move. I bought a bunch of tools at somebody's table. Then I got distracted because I had to go get the guy because he was dealing with another customer, and they were trying. Basically, he was dealing with customers, taking a long time. I put the tools down on the table. I just went over just to hand him the money because we already talked about the price. Then I went back and totally just left all my tools on the table. So there's about 7 items that aren't here. But no big deal. I'll just have to make sure not to make that mistake again. But yeah, a lot of the stuff, like all these antique wrenches, I got on a $1. That was pretty cool. I did pay $45 for the big 60mm wrench. I paid $75 for the 24-inch adjustable. But I really wanted both of these, especially the adjustable wrench. This wrench I just think would look cool hanging on the wall. I don't know if I'll ever need the 60mm, and I'll probably get that job done with this, or maybe our 3-foot pipe wrench, but it's cool to have. I paid $80 for the 5 Proto ratchets, so it's a little bit more than $15 a piece. I know 2 of these adjustable wrenches were $5 each, but we got a steal on the toolboxes. A lot of the small stuff was $1 each. These sockets, probably a couple bucks a piece. I bought them from different sellers. Some of them were more expensive, like the big guy, but Some of the smaller ones were only $1. So it was pretty good. You guys let me know what you think your favorite tool of the day is. Mine has got to be the 24-inch adjustable wrench. And I think Nick agrees. It's a really awesome piece. You know, I don't mind that it's had a little bit of rust on it. I actually just cleaned that up when I brought it home. But the jaws are actually in really good shape. It opens and closes all the way. It functions perfectly. It's going to do the job. It's USA made. It's actually my favorite generation of the Crescent tools, the Jamestown, New York. I like those ones the best. And the owner's mark is kind of just a little piece of history. You know, somebody else had this tool at one point, probably used it a bunch, and probably had a V name. So I'm just guessing at Vinny, because that sounds pretty cool. So that's it for the tool haul. We got a little sneak peek for you guys. Over on the workbench, we picked up a machinist tool haul. So a buddy of ours, who is a machinist by trade, let us know that he has a bunch of extra tools lying around. He likes to do tool hauls too, so he bought a lot of this stuff secondhand. Some of the stuff he traded favors for, you know, doing side work for people. They gave him some stuff. So we got some cool stuff coming up in the next video, especially if you're into machinist tools or just any kind of really interesting. There's some older stuff in there with a little bit of modern. So that's going to be awesome. That'll be out next week. And then, if you guys are ever interested in any of the tools that you see in the tool hauls, we of course have our eBay store. We do keep the pieces that we do use and or collect. This adjustable wrench is going to be added to our fleet. But a lot of these tools will end up on the eBay store. I'm running a huge sale right now. About half our store is at 15% off right now. So you might want to grab some tools before the deals are gone. Just trying to flush out some inventory, make room for all of the summer buying I plan on doing. So there will be a limited sale for a couple weeks. So link to the eBay store is in the description down below. Thank you guys again, as always. We really appreciate all the support. We love the comments. We answer every single one of them. And we love the people that come to our eBay store. We try to give you the best price for the tools that you're getting. Of course, we do pay to buy them, and we pay to sell on eBay. There's fees, and you know, we store them and we sit on them and we clean them. So our time and everything goes into that. But we try to do the best we can for you guys. We just love tools, and this is just really awesome. So see you guys next time. Have a great day, and I'm going to go play with this big wrench.